it's Brigitta here from Power Soul Healing. I know it's been a little while since I did my last transmission. But time gets away with me. I've been writing, downloading, also writing in the middle of the night, as many of the archangels have been coming through. Um, so yes, it's been very, very busy. So today, my hands are already getting hot, but I really wanted to talk about transformation, sacred geometry, energy, and frequency. And I think many of us understand that we are energy, but I always say we are like a holographic imprint. There's no past, there's no future. There is, how do I put it? We are multidimensional beings. And there's something that the Council of Ra said to me quite some years ago. And it's when we think back of ancient Egypt, about the pyramids, and the pyramids actually, it actually denotes one as being an energetic formulation of the divine, because that is what we are. We are mathematical equations, and we're built according to the sacred geometrical design and divine blueprint of the universe. So, you are an eternal fire, and you're dancing ever so gracefully back to your variable of an atomic structural formulation through the progression of the soul's experiences, creating an arithmetic sequence. Eventually, yeah, spinning back to the central axis of the very pi of the grid of yourself. And once you do that, it's really about connecting back to the alpha, the one of all, as much as the all has always been one with you. And we are all one. We are all one. Yeah. But it's also, when I said as much as the all has always been one with you, and it's basking in the internal remembrance of who you are and always have been. Yes, you're that light encapsulated in your body, but your sacred geometry. And I remember late last year when I did psilocybin mushrooms, under guidance, and San Pedro cactus in the mountains near, not far from Alicante. And I was just sitting there, and I could see all the sacred geometrical designs, along my arms, and I could see it in all of nature. I could see it dancing in the mountains, and it was phenomenal. And I just sit there, and I saw the ants, and I saw the insects, and I sat there, and it was phenomenal. It was amazing. And I really understood at that point, look, we're all sacred geometry. Wow. And we are energy. And that actually equates to frequency. And Joe Dispenza actually talks about this a lot, about creating in the quantum field of consciousness. And I call that, when I see it, it's like I see that light, and it really pulsates, and it's like a trampoline for me. And that's how we manifest. But we're so stuck in our bodies, in the conditioning, of this earthly realm, so to speak. And I always say the earth is called Terra. I've said this a lot. Yeah, Terra, that's earth. And we live in a terrarium. Yeah? It's like we've been put in this glass box, and we've been conditioned to live a certain way, be a certain way, act a certain way, that we've just lost ourselves. And it's really a beautiful way, through our experiences and through duality, that we can find ourselves back to the light of who we truly are. But it's creating with frequency. Yeah, the universe doesn't understand word lingo, as I always say. It understands frequency. And so to shift our mindset, to shift our consciousness, it's working with the frequency. and understanding that we're sacred geometry. And so today, the light language transmission is all about transformation and standing in the field of frequency and healing. There's something that Metatron said to me very, very early this morning. And as you well know, when our guides come through or anybody else comes through, they often do that through the playfulness of songs. And this morning it was ABBA, Dancing Queen. Yes, I know now you've got the tune in your head, right? But he said, he's like, you can dance, you can jive, walking the spiral of life, because we're everything and nothing at the same time. Yeah, we are never ending. And so we continue on that spiral of consciousness and we continue evolving. That is just the beauty of life. And people always ask me, well, what's the point of life? I said, it's a cosmic game of evolution. That's what it is. We're here to shift our own consciousness as much as that of Mother Earth, of Gaia. And it's all about returning to that love for ourselves and each other. And so Archangel Michael always says, it's about walking each other home to the love, the warmth of ourselves and the joy of ourselves, of course. So yeah. So I will stop my rambling now and get into the light language transmission because I'm starting to get really hot. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and take a very, very deep breath in. Hold it and gently let that go. And take another very deep breath in, filled with light. Hold it. And just let all the heaviness and the stresses of the day go. Take another very deep breath in, full of light. Hold it. And gently let that go. And as I'm going to bring through the light codes, if it's a first for you, don't worry. On a conscious level, you may not understand it. That's okay. I always say it's like gerbil language, but your soul understands these frequency codes, these light codes just beautifully, and that is the main thing. So I'm going to ask you to envision yourself standing in a room that is infinite. It has no beginning, it has no end, just like you. And it's all white. And as you look down to your feet, you can see the light pulsating underneath you. And you look up and you understand that you are a beautiful divine being of light. Mm. You are starlights encapsulated within this physical essence, or as they also like to call it, dust particles of light. And just allow yourself to be. Terna nuku alaki anakata kukulere amor nakata loreni akasukulurni anakata umakitiki atakuitiki amalarni aturni akakakakua. Terna katui matir niki ama aini sukuturni anamu niki salu Also, just allow for the light codes to wash over you and allow for any transformation or any healing to go where it needs to go. ila la lule ne mesiki la lurna nuki tale a tustiki ne matiki a turna nika uktika lurne ne katu ko iniki se kata ku yana ki kota yana kata iki batata tuk terana muko ko ete ke amator niki tika taka toko taka isiki te ukwete ni amaka Terana kuto iki amatori ana ko ini kantori atakata yamati ma adaku mati katako tore nika po heta ini ko sakoto ko kimte ta o tiki amatori niki amaka tiki masikata kuto toko ikata kuto taka taka makta kiti amatori niki ta tu heta niki and that's a playfulness coming through. But also, what I want to say, what I can see with each and every one of you, it's also repairing the DNA strands. And it's almost like they're saying extending it and including more DNA strands. E sì, sa su no che ata se che amator ni che ta kotote che te kamato totote e se che ta ni che amatore ne anato eta ti se che te kamato ni ko ta ni che ta ni ko ta te amata che ta i te che amati ti attorne e la lore ne cato e te samor ni na na wote eta ti katato mene ata ukweta lore ni ki ini ato me Tira nakotore rata koto e matata ya tukuto ke amata kata kore rata koto amakota anikita amata uta yamatuya nakata te luata ma ani ya tu te ta umite yamalurne le makasi ki amata kone yamata mi yamatuya yamate tawa lakniki wata pide ki amane wale yapto niki amawar niki ai Inuit, we malawere malawele alele mako ele kulu lekta olla malakatole la moke nekitalu ikiniasumia na hata ikta malere na kumuni ata inialo la kuole le malarni amukwe inialurni na ayuti isalo mini amalui iki ama aini awa Oh, these are very tall beings, a very high vibrational frequency of light that are helping you to see through the veil, through the clouds. You may also feel them working on your spine. Dani kuata yamane wai maya wai nikise yamala yamali amor ni ana wa yama and they're saying it's so important just to be in the flow of everything, just like when you're in water floating downstream in the river. Rather than flailing your arms, as they say it, just be nur nanu kwataki talo mu kwatnaki ala tikano tikata corni nalo reneta lornata puku rene po ni si kulo rene kakamu Tiknik waka kwa nyan wala ekwaleta silurena kwa i wa ni kwa ni wa ni wa wala ran wala ni amale wa tiki amaku ni siki atarne alna wa and allow yourself to dance back to the very grit of your own light, of your own being. Tini anakuete amaai. It's like standing in the center of the pyramid. Ilar nanuete amor ni anur ni anakwe namwe and absorbing all the light codes that come through the top of that pyramid and engulf your whole being with sacred geometrical codes. Selar namuke te la lu e ti ni kwa no la kana hani ku ke kana ki wala ka ta lo te ni mi ki ana o aki a se kwa ta lo na no e te ki amor ni anu e ti ni a kwa lo a heta ik mo lo ro re ni ki wala la wala ki ta yo mo lu ni ata ka si mala ine wala ki ya makata ya mak uni wa te e wa no kwe. It's time to vibrate to your higher vibrational frequency. Oh, mi anakwa e nest ikinikwa e enukwa kaka. It's time to let go of the old stories that you keep being attached to. Oh, it's like this gum. Yeah, or it's like you're stuck to this elastic, and every time you try to pull further away, yeah, and leave that all behind you, it's like, boom, you're snapped back into that. And it's like, let that go, let that go. Ilarni anakwa ete tu kuiri matati ini kete na kukuki na sakwakti. It is simply an experience. That's all it is. It's simply a story. Ilarni ata kweniki ti amarar ninuaka aniki wa atekwaki. Yes, it may seem very, very real, but it really is not. It's simply here to help. To help elevate your consciousness. It's the triggers. It's the triggers. And it's okay. And it's just looking at the reflection of yourself, saying, I got this. Ilia tuknia tati kina larne ke moe wa eniata kiki mata ke te mata ke wa atiki mata ta ukuia te ke mata uki nistiki amala uktiki amala tiki mata stiki mata ke te mata titi abu e la la maya. Precisely, you are all divine alchemists. Yeah, alchemists. You are all, as we call it, alchemical. You're all chemical beings, all chemical. So your frequency, anything that you go through, you can overcome. Illa nuquiete ni manani o etikia nakatata ta urni ni meta lele la mata kiki matai toreniki yamala tiki yamasakata ku uku eti mala tik 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 atiki tiki makatori miki mata kiki manani yamaturi ete ini saka lele la dukui ni kata no ore ata la muore anakwe le yasaki yamala ternalo e tapo ko oku ke yamata inataru miki yamala la muguri ataku aye maku. You're like all musical notes on your own sheet of life. Ele amoro re amate kamata. And you can dance back to the harmony of yourselves. Ilar na kuri alarini ke masakata kotokotale ateni aloreinano ku ukwartiki amala tektaku kukataki siki amatur e la rniki wala pakua ke pakua senurna mukwa terere were matu ini aru eti ni kani moi ni ata se que o amor no niki ata se que amatati amatur niki ata kida kuata tata kasi ki amaku te tu puoi ti mata que tu meti ata tikita tata iki ata tata siki meti ternano morni ato si ama and they hold you all in that love. Ah, and they hold you all in that loving space. Inyana ni amata, ela rena kure atu kiamatini atata tata, iria tata umaki atastu ku u. La ira uya nakite kuana kiamata ike antu kurina kiatata, asi yamatu kurina nani uwe heda. Ira la lule nakasi, lakasi kurini amane wehene wata. Kikika makuene ketakuete enia sakue enia sakue enia ta tutu enia nanikia nakue ta 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 enia watiki ma they are comparing us to like a harmonica. And the sounds that you play emit to frequency. O onia na koe sa raniki atata ini atata morna le la luete ki amaru ki amataketa to me tena ini amone ata one ana uti ama one anakate hariata teniano mani sama nikita ukwe eniata por ai tu kita seni yakartamo yamate ta o mianata and I'm going to ask them to gently retreat now. Itato ene amano ene ne ene wa a. And they still surround you very much with that love and that light. Ene atate emetana ine ke ama a. And shifting things within you. Itato ne na ata. Allowing you to breathe. And don't take life so seriously. The important thing is that you always understand what goes on in your world and that you heal what goes on in your world. Yeah, it's the inner world. Once you heal the inner, the outer will change because the frequency within, yes, the frequency within emits it emits differently. So hence it will emit differently on the outer as well. Aniquete te amas que niatur ni etalo eta cum quatain quate etu talure de nacator nikitai moiti iwa. And they're filling you with laughter and joy. Ilar ni natu tu te kiti kita kamakata kieta unita tu. And that giddiness for life. Yeah, that zest for life. Ilar ni amore ki maka. And be kind to yourself. Be a bit more gentle with yourself. We are always, always, always here to help you. Yeah, you're saying one other thing. Yeah, so understand that you are energy, and that energy, that frequency also resonates with your nervous system. Yeah, but it also resonates. It's everything is connected. So it's also the words that you speak. Yeah. Everything creates frequency. Yeah. It's like radio waves within the ether. So be kind to yourself and hug yourself and give yourself some love. Inatu. And as they gently retreat, I'm going to give you the love. And whenever you're ready to come back, just open your eyes. I'm as high as a kite right now. But I wanted to thank you for being here. And I hope this has helped you somewhat. So I'm going to send you lots of love. And also, one other thing is, with these transmissions, just allow for them to integrate over the next couple of days. All right, take care. Bye.